Origins of Cambodian migration to Japan. The presence of the Cambodian community in Japan is not as large as that of other Southeast Asian countries, but it has a history marked by profound human circumstances. Many of the first Cambodians arrived as refugees in the late 1970s and 1980s, fleeing the Civil War and the Khmer Rouge regime. Japan, although not a major destination, opened its doors to a limited number of refugees for humanitarian reasons. These first families arrived with very few resources, no command of the Japanese language, and deep trauma, but with a strong determination to rebuild their lives. Over time, they settled mainly in urban areas where there were greater job opportunities and institutional support. This difficult beginning shaped the character of the community, discreet, hardworking, and focused on family stability. Today, many descendants of that first generation were born or raised in Japan, creating a cultural bridge between Cambodia and Japanese society. Demographic profile and geographic distribution. The Cambodian community in Japan is relatively small compared to the Vietnamese or Filipino communities, but it is well organized. Most Cambodians are concentrated in major metropolitan areas such as Tokyo, Kanagawa, Chiba, Aichi, and Osaka, where there are more jobs in manufacturing, services, and logistics. There is also a presence in rural industrial areas, where Japanese companies hire foreign labor. Demographically, the population is younger compared to the first generation of refugees, as students, technical workers, and trainees have arrived in recent decades. Many Cambodian families live in small household units, maintaining a quiet lifestyle and avoiding drawing attention, which reflects both their culture and their historical experience of displacement. Although small in number, their social cohesion has allowed them to maintain very strong community support networks. Education and adaptation of new generations. One of the greatest challenges for the Cambodian community has been the education of their children in a very different cultural and linguistic environment. Cambodian children growing up in Japan often adapt quickly to the Japanese school system, mastering the language and social norms. However, many families face difficulties in supporting their children academically due to the language barrier. Despite this, the second generation often stands out for its adaptability and bicultural identity. Many Cambodian Japanese youths act as cultural interpreters within their own families, helping their parents with paperwork, schools, and hospitals. This role gives them early maturity and a strong sense of responsibility. At the same time, there is a conscious effort not to lose the Khmer language and the connection to Cambodia. Work and common employment sectors. Most Cambodians in Japan work in sectors that require physical effort and discipline, qualities that are highly valued in the Japanese labor market. It is common to find them in factories, food processing plants, construction, industrial cleaning, and agriculture. In recent years, the presence of Cambodian workers under technical training programs has also increased. Although these jobs are often demanding, many people value the stability and regular income that Japan offers. For many Cambodians, working in Japan represents not only an economic opportunity but also a way to support family members in Cambodia through remittances. Over time, some have managed to open small businesses or access more stable jobs, demonstrating clear social mobility based on constant effort. Culture, religion, and traditions in daily life. Theravada Buddhism occupies a central place in the identity of the Cambodian community. Although there are not many exclusively Cambodian temples in Japan, families often gather at Buddhist temples of other Southeast Asian communities or in rented spaces to celebrate important festivals. Events such as Khmer New Year or Pchum Ben are key moments to reinforce cultural identity. These celebrations are not only religious in nature but also emotional, as they allow migrants to reconnect with their roots and pass traditions on to new generations. Food, music, and respect for elders remain fundamental pillars of community life, even within the Japanese context. Language and cultural identity. The Khmer language is a fundamental element in preserving Cambodian identity in Japan. In many households, Khmer is spoken as the main language, while Japanese is used at school and at work. This linguistic coexistence creates a hybrid identity, especially among young people. Some parents make an effort to teach their children to read and write in Khmer, although this is not always easy due to the lack of educational materials. Even so, the language remains alive through family communication and community activities. For many Cambodians, preserving their language is a way of honoring their history and the generations who suffered so that they could live in a safer environment. Social challenges and discrimination. Like many foreign communities in Japan, Cambodians face challenges related to discrimination and a lack of cultural understanding. Although Japan is a safe and orderly country, society remains quite homogeneous, which can lead to isolation. Some Cambodians have experienced difficulties renting housing or accessing certain services. However, most choose a patient and respectful attitude, avoiding conflict and focusing on work and family. Despite these challenges, many emphasize that Japan has offered them stability, safety, and opportunities that they would not have had in other contexts. Community, associations, and support networks. The Cambodian community in Japan relies heavily on informal networks and small associations. These organizations help with translation, basic legal advice, and emotional support. They also serve as meeting spaces where people can share similar experiences and feel understood. Although they are not always visible to the general public, these networks play a vital role in social integration. In times of crisis, such as natural disasters or labor problems, community solidarity becomes especially evident. This mutual support reflects values deeply rooted in Cambodian culture. Relationship with Cambodia and remittances. For many Cambodians in Japan, the bond with their country of origin remains very strong. Remittances sent to Cambodia help support entire families and finance education, healthcare, and small businesses. Beyond financial support, there is a constant cultural and emotional exchange through calls, social media, and occasional visits. Japan is seen as a place of work and stability, while Cambodia continues to be the emotional home. This dual sense of belonging defines the migrant experience for much of the community. Future of the Cambodian community in Japan. The future of the Cambodian community in Japan appears oriented toward gradual and quiet integration. New generations, educated in Japanese schools, have greater opportunities to access higher education and better paid jobs. At the same time, there is a clear desire not to lose cultural identity. The balance between integration and cultural preservation will be key in the coming years. Although small in number, the Cambodian community contributes diversity, effort, and a human history marked by resilience. Their presence in Japan is a reminder that migration moves not only people, but also stories, values, and hope.